Hello, this is Falterfire, and it's time for another fresh start episode. So, last episode was very short. It was just getting through level 1 Katon. Now that we are level 2, we can play depth 3. And so that we're clear on how this is most likely going to go, we are going to very slowly bleed out over the course of most of Area 1 and 2, eventually just run out of steam and die an ignoble death. Somewhere between Area 2 and Area 3, depending on how things go. But we're going to die in a blaze of glory. It's going to be great. So, as far as cards go here, obviously you'll have noticed the first things that I added were our mana, focus, and shifting focus are both great. I went with Siphon card, which is now a default card. It wasn't on the last patch, but it is gain 3 mana and discard 1, which is nice because it's a way to get to 3 mana. I'm not totally certain this is going to be amazing for us, the fact we may not want to discard. And so, I'm torn between this and the mana shield. We'll start with the mana shield, I guess, and see how it goes. So we want, ideally, because we have these spell slashes, the other cards that we want are going to be strikes. And I think we're just going to go with 2 slashes. And then the question is, what is the last card that we want? And so mana is a problem. That's just always going to be true with Katon. I think it makes some sense to have a survivability card of some kind. I think probably Shield Stratagem is the best bet because that one can deal damage. And we'll just see how that goes. Continue to spend all of our Aether on card backs because we are not buying any cards. So one of the big notes here is that, okay, so we do actually have we have both of the cleanse options in this deck, of course. Even though Drophus doesn't have access to Arcane Silence, and she way more needs it than Katon does, but whatever. Here we go. Alright, let's see what we have to work with. So we can get 4 elite fights, which is pretty good. The Fire Elemental is normally a great thing to see when you're playing Katon, but unfortunately isn't going to be as useful to us as it normally might be, since we don't have the level 7 passive yet. See, we're already eating a little bit of damage, but we're also doing a lot of damage. It also helps that we come into Katon this late, because now we have a lot of ranks in Regenerative Harness, so we get back a good amount of health every fight, which is going to help. So the nice thing about Shield Stratagem is that it throws us into Shield Stance, which is actually relevant, or Spell Stance, which is actually relevant. And we got very close there. We are going to get to perfect block everything, which works out nicely. Let's see. Let's tag you first. Bonk bonk. This worked out slightly awkwardly for the focus, but it doesn't matter because we win. Okay, Brainstorm. Having access to card draw is good. That's a key part of our engine. So we're really hoping to get upgrades out of some of these elites. This goes a whole lot better if we do. A whole lot worse if we don't. Because Katon has a lot of very, very high value upgrades. Most obviously, these Quick Blasts are great. These Spell Slashes are great. Sorry, not Quick Blasts, the Overflows are the actual cards. And if we can get upgrades on either of those, we are very, very happy. There are also a few items we would love to pick up. Kind of like the Draining Strike here. So that's a lucky charm. That is not what we were looking for. So the question is, I think we do want the Mana Dance. I think we're willing to reroll for it. I think the Mana Dance is that good. as much damage as possible. Get all of our mana stolen, which is very unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? Answer, get your mana stolen. Target you. And, so that's coming out first. There's a decent chance that we get, yeah, the ability to get this kill. I think that's worth it. It's going to be the same damage either way. So it doesn't matter which one we hit with which. Taking a little bit of damage, but not too much. It's actually going to work out pretty well. Yeah, shield stratagem being a strike absolutely helps a lot for Katon. And bonk. Should have done the draining strike to get that little bit of health back, but it's not a big deal. Ooh, this is a tough choice. I said I was going to re-roll for Mana Dance, and that's probably correct. It's just very hard to pass up a Power Blast. But the smaller card pool that we have, I believe we have a smaller card pool because we're playing Depth. We're playing Depth 3 with a default deck, so I think it is worth... Let's see, what else could we spend the re-roll on? Yeah, I think this is the best use of that. Tiny Book is amazing. I think we can now afford to cut one of our slashes. Let's go see what we find. I don't think we need that. Pretty good amount of damage up front. But we still have a lot of damage to go. So we draw. The extra evasion this turn could actually come in handy because normally it wouldn't, but because of the frenzy, it could. Yeah, so we actually did get use out of it. And then because it set up frenzy, that was the end of its cycle. Let's go whomp. Now we could use a big hit of some kind. Not a big fan of getting weakened. Yeah, that heal is also annoying. And I think tough is worth it, even if it doesn't do anything right off the bat for us. Okay. Bonk. Yeah, this ends up not going great for us. We do need sort of more good follow-ups. We need a couple high damage. We need a high damage payoff. I would take an Aether Storm if that was offered. Yep, love to see it. And that will absolutely be our upgrade. And I think I am cutting the other slash still. Alright, this will give us another good slash, one way or another. Although, I know which of the two I would rather have, but we'll see which one happens. See what this gets us. Alright, to evade the big hit. Oh boy. Let's see what we can draw. I think that seems underwhelming this turn. Bonk, bonk, bonk. And we don't quite get this kill, but we do a lot of damage. Just a question whether or not we want to tag this. I think yes. And then yeah, let's go ahead and get the kill. Upgrade, please. Upgrade. Alright, Power Blast is incredibly good. Impale is fine. And there's a lot of damage, but Power Blast is better. I think we will take that, just because the other trinket is fairly underwhelming, and we do need a lot of trinkets. Words. We'll take a Spell Slash Plus. So the Power Blast is a bit worse for us playing in level 1 because we don't have access to the level 4 passive that is part of the value of having access to that. I think we are not going to have enough spell stances. Let's do this first. Actually, let's do this first. Now we can Whirlamagig all of them. Possibly kill one of those. No luck. And go ahead and play that. Not a fan of having all of our mana stolen. Right. Still slowly taking damage. Sure, we'll go ahead and just do this and get the kill. And mana. Mighty Punch is also very good, but I just kind of wanted mana. This fight is probably going to drain us of a good amount of health, but we can hope that we don't take too much. This actually works out perfectly. Since, of course, we want to get frozen on our own terms. Let's see. We need to hit ourselves a lot to, we need to get out a lot of hits in order to, oh, I should have done, anyway. So we get there. Okay. You're actually fine doing that. And let's see what we can do. That works out pretty conveniently. And bonk bonk. And we even end at full health. This is going quite a bit better than I was expecting, if I'm being honest. Sharpened Senses is not going to help us in this upcoming fight, but there will be fights where it does a lot of work for us. Okay. So I think we want to focus on the big one. That doesn't do as much force as we would like. Alright. Now, lifesteal is very annoying from the little ones. Fortunately, we get to evade the lifesteal hit that would actually have been healing. Bonk bonk. Throw us into spell stance. See what we get. I'm willing to pay this because, yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, that healing is coming out. I really wish it wasn't. I don't know why I played that Sharpened Senses. It was literally just a waste of mana. Play that. We can actually get this kill. Right, yeah, we are eating a lot of damage. This fight is very, very painful. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be exactly the version that goes to live, but I think it is in this fight. Oh boy. It has a lot of effective health and a lot of ability to output damage. I still don't think we want the Arcane Silence, though. I think that it's hard to justify that in Katon. And Aether Storm is so good. Both of these are pretty good. I think we will take the belt, because we only have the 2 trinket slots. And then I think we are going to remove... I already removed both slashes. In that case, I don't think I have anything I want to remove. I do want to remove the Draining Strike eventually, but I would like another way to heal first. Alright, I would probably take that card. I would absolutely love to go right into the Elemental Amalgam. Trying to think what we want in terms of cards. Mystic Outburst isn't awful, although it is very bad into that specific fight. I think we'll go ahead and rest again just to be safe. And keep getting max mana up because max mana initially is very, very low. We could also go through the Nathas. It's an argument for that. They do risk doing a bunch of damage to us though. And I think that I don't want to deal with that risk. Let's draw, because we're definitely pitching the Sharpened Senses, because it does actual nothing. Go ahead and use that first. Alright. There we go. Taking a little bit of damage. See if we can find Draining Strike, just because if we happen to look into that, it would be a little bit nice. Vindictive Aura, obviously, is the item I would like to see the most. Just for taking the Mind Seed. I suppose I maybe should have gone after Mystic Outburst at this point. Additional card draw wouldn't go amiss. Let's see what we draw. Let's run that there. Alright, still taking damage. And unfortunately we're taking more damage this turn. Yeah, we need card draw in order to pull the rest of in order to pull this deck together, I think. Maybe I should have played that first. Fortunately, we get to evade all 3 of these. Oh. There we go. Yeah, the Power Blast maybe isn't the best for us right now. Second Brainstorm is nice. Windwalker Coat. I think we take Shieldbot. I think Shieldbot is very, very good. Shieldbot has saved runs before, and it could save this run. It's hard to pass up anything with as much run-saving potential. I don't think the Overflow is going to get there this turn. Let's see what we draw. Let's do that. Okay, so we can actually, though, do this. We Which is kind of why the Power Blast, like the Power Blast is just very good when it's good. I think we need the Cleansing Shield. I don't like having it in Katon, but I think we need it. I think that it has a chance of saving us against this specific boss. I think I'm okay with drawing and pitching this Sharpened Senses, because it doesn't do anything for us this turn. Let's focus the back one, because I think there's a chance we can get that kill this turn. I want to do this first, but I also want to ensure this kill. So like if I do this, then I know whether or not I need to point this Power Blast at the back one. Yeah, okay. And I didn't. So that was worthwhile. This is actually going to work out pretty nicely. And we don't even explode. But we do explode now. But we only explode for exactly as much as we had health. We only need 2 damage to win. Let's see if we can draw the Draining Strike. We did not. But still, that went incredibly well. That's not the one we want to see. Do we want a 3rd Brainstorm, though? Probably. It's a little bit risky. Okay, we're absolutely going to draw, because we can pitch that. Unfortunately, oh right, we do have that +5 extra. That's actually really going to save us. So we draw. Of course, it is both of our other Brainstorms. Why wouldn't it be? Yeah, we definitely got one of the Brainstorms. Having this many of them is very dangerous. And Shieldbot is putting in work. And now we get frozen, which is very, very unfortunate. And this is where if we had had the Gleaming Aegis, we would have been very happy, but we just didn't roll it, so. Yeah, we can Cleansing Shield, but it doesn't actually help. It's mostly a question of the best. I think we play that. Yeah, because now, unfortunately, we get hit for just infinity damage. Yeah, that's brutal. I'm pretty sure that only comes out. I'm not sure what the condition on that is, but I know it is conditional. Yes, there's basically a guarantee that we draw mana here. Explode again. Takes small amounts of damage. Yeah. All right. Do we just take another? Do we just take another Aether Storm is the question. Or we could upgrade Bouncing Bolt. I think upgraded Bouncing Bolt is interesting. I want to try it. It may end up being very bad, but I think it could be very good, and I haven't tried it yet. We absolutely need to cut one of these Brainstorms. Alright, let's gain a lot of energy for Artifact. None of this is particularly useful. We will discard it. And we are going to go this way, because I would love to get... This fight could potentially kill us, but I think it's worth it to get the chance at Gleaming Aegis. I really do think that fight could mean a lot to this run. Okay. Let's see. Let's do damage to you. We can cleanse it off. There we go. Two of them left, but they are much, much weaker. Do I take another Sharpened Senses? I just take a Cornered Focus. Although it doesn't do much for me in this fight. But the Sharpened Senses wouldn't either, so... So we drop. Okay. And we could get Tough. Is that worth it? It probably is. This is unfortunate. You're going to take a lot of damage here. Shieldbot is still doing good work, though. Bonk. We explode again. And we get Arcane Linked. Does this kill us? No, not quite. Though obviously, we've had better days. Alright, let's see if we can kill this turn or if we die. Cleanse. And we can kill. Okay, so we live, barely. Ugh, and we didn't even get the thing we needed. That's very rough. Alright, well, that's very unfortunate. I was counting very hard on getting a Gleaming Aegis there. Did I take a second Cleansing Shield? No. I took the mana, of course. Huh. I think that's okay. That's not coming out this turn. Alright. So you're gonna need a lot of value out of Shieldbot here. I think we just leave that there for now. Alright. The evasion is nice. I don't think it's worth playing that with no whatever. Alright, Sharpened Senses is going to continue to do good work for us here. And we have a small chance to evade on our own, which also makes the Sharpened Senses that little bit better. Because that's why we managed to evade all of those hits there. At this point, I think it's worth doing that. That healing is annoying though. Well, the most annoying thing is undoubtedly that blade. Let's go bonk. Alright, I'm gonna take a big hit. And we see if we can get this kill. Alright. Do we have any rest left? I don't even know. Hunting Trance is good. We are happy to see that. Are we at the point where we upgrade the Draining Strike? I don't think we're that desperate yet. We're getting pretty close though. I think we upgrade their Spell Slash. And good temporary buff. Absolutely cannot afford that, I think. Well, no, I don't think we can afford that. And here we go. Hopefully not the final fight of the run, but it could be. Just go ahead and get some damage up. So this might summon minions. Can it? We need to do... I don't think this can summon. No. This turn minions probably do come out. Which is mostly fine, but if minions do come out this turn, it mainly becomes a problem if they, if both of them are attacking. Okay, only one of them is attacking, so we're fine. Go ahead and do that. Alright. Should drop. Alright, there's what I was kind of looking to see. The Sharpened Senses, that is. The Cleansing Shield also doesn't hurt, but it doesn't do as much as I would like with this burn coming in. The Sharpened Senses saves us. I think we just get more evasion and more critical. Okay. Doesn't do as much as I would like. And this turn is the one that kills us, potentially. Yep, looks like it's just going to kill us. Okay, we have a very, very small chance that it doesn't. Most likely we just die. Yep. We needed the Gleaming Aegis, or we just needed our turns to shake out a little bit better. And neither of those happened, so we lost. Which I kind of expected, being honest. Like I said, Katon is very much an all-in character. The lack of control over the card pool doesn't help, and we got kind of unlucky on some of our monster drops. Not super unlucky, but if we had the Elemental Strike, for example, it would have also helped. If we'd gotten another reroll token, so we could have forced one of those two. We did fight a lot of elites. It also may have helped if I hadn't fought all of the elites, but I think there were enough. Like, the Hunting Trance did help. I think that one was worthwhile. And I think it would have been worthwhile to have found Gleaming Aegis if we had, because I think that would have saved us against the Elemental Amalgam from eating that much damage. And we just got kind of unlucky there. So we do get to level 4. We will not get Vengeance on debuff received, which is going to help. That makes the Brainstorms a lot stronger. That makes Power Blast a lot stronger. But the next run is going to be another Drophus run. So I do have a minimum of 2 more runs, though, before we get back to that other character, before we get to Paladin. So it's possible I could afford to upgrade, like, reinforced outfits to get a little bit more max health. Anyway, so the next video will be Drophus. I don't know when that will be, but I will see you guys for that.